The Kokomo Press Podcast is back, and this week we have part 2 of our 3-part series on Harvestfest. This week, the comedians from the show. You've got myself, Brian Allen West. You've got Sean D. Sean D is funny on all things. And you've got Cool Cock Tim. He's going to be our brand new comedian doing his first set ever. And from the Kokomo Press, he's not here on the podcast, but Hypocrisy Jones will also be making his comedy debut at Harvestfest. That's September 30th. It's an all-free show. There'll be music before, there'll be comedy, there'll be music after, there'll be vendors, there'll be food from the Guac Box out of Lafayette. It's going to be a great time, and it's absolutely free. And if you BYOB, you can also camp afterwards. It's absolutely free. I keep saying this. It's free, and come on out. We talked about so much. We talked about our favorite comics. We talked about some of the celebrity news going on between Oprah, Danny Masterson, like literally everything. The new specials, Mark Norman. We got the new specials from Shane Gillis. Talked about Dave Chappelle. And then we talked about just all of us being parents and what that means in this new generation, being between boomers, being millennials, having these Zoomers. We just talked about so much, guys. You have got to check out this special part 2 of a 3-part series on Harvestfest with your comedians on the Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. Woo!
This video contains adult content not suitable for children.
What's up? It's the Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Grainger, and we have a very special podcast for you today because it's our part 2 of our 3-part series on Harvestfest. I have an amazing panel here. It's going to be insane. First off, in the green chair in the red hat, we have Sean D,
everybody, I'm back.
Sean D is fun ass. Sean D is fun. I said Sean D, like you're like an Indian guy. Sin Bobin Vijin Peak, please. That's you right now. I can't do an Indian accent. And in the black chair, we have
Brian West.
Brian West, Mr. Auto Worker, the face of the auto worker in the house right now. And we have, for the first time ever on the podcast today, we have
Cool Cock Tim.
Cool Cock Tim.
Cool
baby.
Cock Tim.
Let's do it. We're gonna do some more claps for a while.
Hey, my uncle called himself that. I'm not allowed to see him anymore. So it's like I don't know if that's a connection or what.
Cool Cock Tim. Are you my
I don't
uncle?
know about you, but I'm a big guy. It's hard to keep my cock cool.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I got the name from some people giving it to me.
Oh yeah.
If you guys want, I can share the story whenever.
Is it a gun thing?
No.
Okay, go ahead. Tell the story now.
No. So when I first met one of my best friends on the face of the planet here, he was drunk as shit the first night I ever met him. We just got this brand new apartment, had no furniture or anything, and he comes stumbling into our apartment. Well, we all wake up the next morning after sleeping on this rock hard floor, and he goes, "Hey Tim," and I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Hey Tim." I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy talking to?" And he goes, "Tim, you're Tim, right?" I'm like, "No, man, my name's Dustin." He goes, "Nah, I already got a friend named Dustin. Your name's Tim." So everybody, my brother included, started calling me Tim. Well, then they found out about my penis, and so they said, "Well, that's a cool cock."
Yeah.
So I became Cool Cock Tim.
Cool. So it's about your penis.
What's cool about your cock?
So I'm uncut Tim.
Oh, okay.
It started as uncut Tim.
That'd be a hotter cock because it's more sleeves.
Yeah, right, yeah. Well, see, so I started doing tricks and shit with it, like, holding things and all sorts
Hell
of
yeah,
shit.
dude.
Yeah.
You shoot marbles?
No, never done that. I did hold a bottle with it. That was kind of cool. Held a blanket with it.
Bro, you just are you just taking everybody else's foreskins and adding it to yours like a fucking...
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, like hangs down to my knee.
Is this what the show is? Because I'm fucking intrigued.
Yeah, me too.
Part of it, yeah.
Okay.
Part of it's gonna be
Are you going to be doing live action? Like,
No, I mean, I could if somebody really wanted me to.
Are you looking for a Jewish family to adopt?
No, man. I want to keep it. I like it.
All right.
It's killing it. That's awesome, dude. How very European of your family.
I know. No. See, my mom, she was real young, so she just thought it would hurt me. So she just didn't want me to be in pain. Thank God for it, because it ended up being a lot of fun.
Yeah, you get to have fun games with it. Apparently, dude.
Do all sorts of shit. literally used to invite people over to our apartment just to see my penis.
They're like, hey, show them your penis, dude.
Yeah, no, that legitimately happened.
I remember the first time I saw an uncircumcised penis, and it was on an Asian boy. And we were hanging out, and he was like, you want to see my dick? And I was like, I mean, no, but okay. And he just pulled it out, and I was like, ah! And I ran away. I was like, that's not what they look like.
Well,
You know what I mean, I
I've
was
had
a
some
kid. I
girls
didn't
do
know
that
better.
occasionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? You're like, it's doing the worm. That's awesome. No, it's funny. That's actually funny. At least you have a cool story. My name is
Yeah.
just my fucking name. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's just like my mom was like, I named you after a guy off a soap opera. I'm like a big star. She's like, no, he was like on for like 2 episodes. I'm
Oh,
like,
that's fun.
great. I like
She
the
at
name
least
Jordan.
Attracted to him?
Yeah, she was like, he was hot. I'm like,
Okay.
cool.
Good
I was like,
deal,
Yeah,
yeah.
but you go
but am I mommy?
Danger Grainger.
Danger
that's
Grainger.
like, you got a nickname. it.
Yeah, I had to go with Danger Grainger, but that was basically just like, you know, because everywhere I'd go in the Navy, they'd be like, Danger Grainger, or Hermione, and I'm like, I'm gonna go Danger. We're gonna go Danger.
At least it's not. When I went to boot camp, we had a guy by the last name of Sample.
Sample.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So if you know what all sailors are called,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we had a lot of fun with that one.
Yeah. Semen Sample.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry, I had to let everybody know in the room. Semen Sample. Yeah. That's fun. There was a lot of funny names. I remember because when I was in boot camp, we were in the Navy, both of us together, which is great. No, we didn't know this till today. But when I was in the Navy, we had like rules. Like when I first got there, nobody was jerking. Nobody at all. Everybody was like there were like fake rumors like they're putting gunpowder in the food so that you won't get hard. Everybody's
yeah,
like,
no,
can I even get hard? So everybody's like trying to get hard just to see if they can get. So it's like
Same
it
one.
gets more homoerotic because we think we can get hard. Okay, so then like there's this thing called ASMO, which is where people who were already in get brought into your group to like try to finish with your group.
Because they got in trouble or failed at something.
Yeah, and so they failed like swimming. It was always not to be racist, but it was a lot of black guys who couldn't swim. A lot of blacks and Asians that couldn't swim.
Jesus.
Never.
A lot of blacks and Asians that couldn't swim. That's what I'm saying. I'm literally on the floor like working on like I was helping. I was like working. I was like, what you're gonna do is like, act like you're picking up coins, okay? And I was like doing this whole thing trying to help him because I like qualled quick, and so like. We get this guy in there, and he's like into astrology. Like, let me read you, man. I'm gonna read your shit. Like, it was really weird. And then he was like, I'm gonna tell you all a secret. And we're all like listening, like, oh man, he's got all the wisdom. He's been here. You know what I mean? He's like, if y'all ever want to beat your shit, just take your blanket, put it on your knee, put your knee in the air. Everybody know you planted your flat. We're like, what the fuck?
You know what though? Really, that's smart.
It's smart,
That's
man.
as shit.
He was like, nobody's just beating it by. It was like rules of engagement for like beating your meat. I was like, this shit's official. We officially have rules to beat off in here. This is getting real. This guy been here a while, man. He's a fucking veteran for beating his meat and fucking around nothing but men.
Well, if you guys were smart, you would have helped each other.
Yeah.
Beat it, yeah.
That's
Listen,
that's
this
actually
is
hard.
a
We're not allowed to talk about
Let's-
that.
Let's not talk about that.
It's called battle stations. We're actually not legally allowed to talk about.
Yeah. No,
What
that's
happens
true.
in the Navy? Yeah.
Listen,
In the
I
Navy.
almost failed battle stations.
Did you really?
I did. So you know how they tell you don't gulp your water, sip
Yeah,
your
yeah.
water, right? So we're up to the pool, getting ready to jump in, and I'd been gulping my water because I was fucking gassed, and I feel it just starting to come back up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, this is not good. So I open my shirt and throw up inside of my shirt.
Oh man.
Now I'm getting ready to jump in the pool, so I know it's going to be all good, right? But as the facilitator is passing by, he turns around and sees me, and I'm like, and I never got caught. I literally jumped in the pool, and
This dude just threw his chunks in the pool.
oh yeah, 100%, and I didn't give a fuck.
His fucking chum in the pool. Everybody's like, Jaws, run!
Make my stomach.
I know.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your
Yeah,
service.
thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for your lunch and your service, I guess, and your lunch.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. But we're all here. Like, I want to go and bring this up before I forget because I am a forgetful man. We do have Harvest Fest 9 coming up. Yes, we're gonna have. It's at Miami Open Air Auditorium on September 30th. It is a free show. Come on out. It's going to be so much fun. I'm telling you guys right now, you're going to have comedy. You're going to have vendors. You're going to have the guac box out there making some guac, making some tacos. It's going to be delicious. You're going to have myself. You're going to have Sean D. You're going to have Brian West, Cool Cock Tim, and I think Hypocrisy Jones, a.k.a. Jordan Bell, might even come out and be doing a little bit of his first time.
Nice.
Good deal.
And that's what we were kind of getting in before the podcast, Cool Cock Tim. This is your first time doing comedy, right?
It is,
on
yeah.
stage. So you tell stories to your friends and everything.
I do. I
and-
tell stories, at work. I tell stories, and it's fun.
Yeah.
And I think that I have kind of a weird life, and I got a bunch of kids, and those little assholes bring comedy to my life constantly. So
That's awesome. I'm excited, man. Harvestfest is going to be a lot of fun. We did comedy for the first time last year. It was Sean and I were actually there. You were on the bill, but ended up having to cancel the show. So I'm so excited to get you this year because you had so much going on last year. I know people are so excited to have you out there this year. I'm excited.
I'm ready to be out there. It's gonna be a good time.
But Sean and I last year we did that. I don't want to speak for you, but I had so much fun, dude. The crowd was great, dude. Yeah. The crowd was great. I enjoyed. We had myself, you, Davey, Moomaw. I think it was just us three, right?
Just
It was fun. So this year I think we're going to be bringing you 4 or 5 comedians. So it's comedy's going to be just booming out there this year. And then obviously before that, they're going to have some good music with Patron, and they're going to have some good feel like almost like psychedelic hippie rock, and then we're gonna do comedy, and then after that, boom, you're gonna get your faces melted off with resin. With Dwarf Among Midgets is gonna release Chemical Dwarfare, so that'll be fun.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah,
I love them.
Matty
too.
Kroll and
So
Messy Davis, Gravis, the Shavis, and Kibbles. So yeah.
And not to go off on a tangent, but we're gonna really enjoy that because we're gonna be on strike. So.
Yeah, I'm excited, dude. Yeah, we can bring that up. I got a couple of price points I saw, or a couple of bullet points here. The UAW president and Kokomo native Sean Fain said he planned to join the picket line at Michigan Assembly Plant as strike commissions at midnight. So the UAW Big Three already decided to strike. So 3 different plants are striking right now. Wentzville, I can't remember the name of it. There's a Ford plant, and then Toledo. So GM's Wentzville. I don't remember the name of the Ford. I think Newport, maybe Newfield. I don't know. But there's 3 different big plants striking. The SAG actors are striking. UPS and the Teamsters struck this year. The actors are striking, and then you also have there's another one going on too, right?
Now I heard
the trains struck last year.
I heard that the Teamsters said that they're not going to deliver any cars from the UAW plants.
Yep,
that's right.
Yeah, they said as long as we're on strike, they won't deliver anything. Which is, I think it's great. I think this summer has been the year of the summer of the union. Like it really has been, and it's been like kind of something that's coming back where workers are allowed to collectivize. And as long as the government isn't too heavy-handed. I thought it was weird with the whole, the Biden administration's huge and supposed to be the union presidential, and then all of a sudden they're the ones who kind of made the train workers go back to work. They're like, you guys have to go back to work even though they were on strike. They forced them back into work, so.
What's that saying? He blew up and act like he don't know nobody. That's what Joe Biden did. He's fuck you guys. Yeah, he was like really on our side at one time.
I don't really know y'all.
The come up,
Yeah.
I don't even know where I am, man. Come on.
I think it's interesting though, this whole entire situation with the strikes and stuff. What's your guys' opinions on that? I think there's been some unprecedented, obviously, growth during the whole COVID thing. All these companies made trillions and billions and billions of dollars, and there's been trillions added to corporations have made trillions of dollars. And while the American workers have lost money and inflation's been destroying us, so it's been kind of a weird situation. Do you think that this will bode well for other organizations, other corporations along the lines?
I hope it does. I hope that the elites get the message that we're tired of not being able to make it. We're tired of having to not pay a bill this month to get food.
Yeah.
And then the next month we won't pay this bill so we can get food. It's just, it's a struggle, and it's made everybody mental health is rampant right now. People's mental health is not good right now. And then on top of that, this is the hottest summer in the history of the world.
Yeah. It's been hot, dude. I've had a nice one though. I've been shirts off. I got a little tan line up here.
Well, you know, growing up from Florida, I actually enjoy the heat. But, you know, I'll say maybe the Joker's got a point.
Yeah.
Because really, hell, everything's gone to kind of hell in a handbasket.
Yeah.
Maybe you just let it all burn.
Yeah.
Shit,
Just
I
let
don't
it
know.
go.
Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. He said something about the elite, and he's right. You know, the small guys have difficulty, and ultimately there's a whole bunch of reasons behind that. I won't get into it, but I think that you know, we are many, and if people come together, you know, whatever their needs may be, I think that as long as it heads towards freedom and not towards, you know, any more tyranny, then I'm good with it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I'm right there with you. I think when it comes to the whole concept of like, as long as we collectivize and then after we get what we want, we kind of go our separate ways and we don't create other institutions of like tyranny, because that's what a lot of times you see happens is we all get together and we decide we want this. It's like, you know, France, it's like cutting off heads. We get something and we're like, oh, we didn't think we'd get this ground. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going until we're at the point where we're destroying, you know, we've cut off the head of the snake. Now we're done.
Yeah.
Like we don't want them to tread on us, but we also don't want to tread on them so far that we don't have anything after this.
See, and that's the beauty of the "don't tread on me"
Yeah.
whole mentality, right? Because the United States, our symbol is not really the eagle.
Yeah.
Right? It became that, but it's the snake.
Yeah,
it's the rattlesnake. And the rattlesnake, if you know anything about rattlesnakes, it sits back and it chills to itself. It doesn't do anything unless you approach it.
Yeah.
And it's going to let you know, hey, you're coming up on me, and now let's attack because you came too close.
Did someone say rattlesnake?
I was just gonna say everything I know about rattlesnakes. I learned from Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nice.
I'm gonna tell you something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna go ahead and get in fucking Hulk Hogan. I'm gonna tell you something, brother. It's me, the rattlesnake, Steve Austin. Oh yeah.
It's a good like hybrid.
Just throw them all together. Just throw everybody together. If I see you out there, if I see my teacher. I remember getting in trouble in school for throwing some of these out there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then teachers got caught onto it, and you're like, fucking bullshit, dude.
Can't.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
See, back in the day, you know, I was a huge wrestling fan, and that was a big thing. See, now I was not necessarily a fan of them. I was a DDP fan, you know. Mm-hmm. So.
Yep.
The Illuminati.
Yeah.
DDP, you do that yoga?
Do what?
You been doing this yoga?
No, I haven't. I do yoga.
Yeah?
I didn't know that he did yoga.
DDP
does
does
yoga,
yoga,
yeah.
yeah.
I'll tell you, yoga is the most difficult exercise I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, it doesn't even like do anything, does it? Like you just get like
Oh.
bendy, dude. You just look like fucking Stretch Armstrong and shit.
You should try it.
You guys remember Stretch Armstrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can suck your own dick. So
Oh, yeah. I've been able to do that my whole life.
you
Did you
fit
do
in
the
right
whole
in with
thing?
yoga.
That's all. They're like, hey Jordan, you need to do the presidential fitness test. And I was like, hold on, wait a minute. And they're like, all right, you're good. You can suck your own dick. You can go ahead. You get to the front of the line. We're gonna give you a gold medal, baby.
You're gonna love yoga.
You're
Yeah.
good. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Actually, can you come in the office? Can you also do that for me? And I was like, all right.
Did you get a medal for that?
Yeah, I got a medal for that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to do Harvest Fest with you guys because you guys are all really funny. So that's number one. So when you guys come to Harvest Fest, the comedians are really funny. So definitely don't bring tomatoes. Bring tomatoes. Now, have you guys ever been hit with a tomato? As long as
I
you've done
was
it.
on that show El Tomatadero where
that's so
they
cool.
threw
Was that a
tomato-
fun show?
It was. I don't know. I'm kind of like. This was a wrong time for me to be on a podcast because I'm kind of like
Are you jaded right now?
in my feelings today.
Oh no, he's jaded.
I feel like I do a lot of work,
Yeah.
and my writings I think one of the best in the indie scene, and it's just I'm not getting where I want to get. And it's frustrating.
Yeah. I think that's usually what happens right before a big break. So just fucking keep doing
Yeah, it's hard
it.
times that create funny shit.
Yeah. It sucks, man, especially because you've been grinding. I know you just did a show this last weekend, and I've been seeing you do shows. I know
the
with
Indie
us,
Brew.
yeah, Indie Brew.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Fountain Square Brewing, yeah. It was Chelsea. Shout out to Chelsea Sneeden. It was her. She has a Divine Timing comedy. It's kind of like she books shows under that, and she was having a 1-year anniversary show. I had my first vegan cupcake. She baked cupcakes for all the performers. It was a cool show. It was a lot of fun. Fountain Square Brewery always they have a weekly open mic on Wednesday. They support the comedy community.
So you had a vegan cupcake?
Yeah.
So it's just no. They're like, hey, we're not going to put any eggs in this.
Yeah, there was no eggs in it.
Yeah, I actually had. I went to a wedding and they had vegan barbecue, and I was like, what? And they're like, no, it's monk fruit. And I was like, monk fruit? And I was like, I'll try it. Really good, but really, really sweet. I was like, this shit is too sweet for me, but it was good. I was really surprised by how good it is. But that's actually funny because you're the opposite of a vegan.
I am the opposite.
You are a
I feel
carnivore.
like vegans hate me.
Yeah. You are Mr. Carnivore.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit about this when I was at one of your guys' family function things, and you said you kind of got into it off of TikTok.
I did.
Tell me about that.
I came across a TikTok video with Jordan Peterson.
Oh yeah.
And him talking about it now, and the
Hey,
video I
Bucko.
watched-
You should just eat meat, Bucko, if that's what you want to eat. Hey, buddy.
And I thought that's interesting. I'm a barbecuer myself. I do a ton of barbecue, and as I'm watching this, I'm like, you know what? I bet I can do this diet.
Yeah.
And I had knee surgery 2 years ago, and I had a lot of pain from that. I had facial reconstruction surgery 11 years ago. Had a lot of pain.
Can't even tell he's a woman. He was a woman.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Vanderbilt, they did great.
Just kidding.
So no, but so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this thing a go. And I started doing it, and in the first 2 weeks, I lost 10 pounds, and my knee pain went away, my face pain went away, and I'm now 7 months in and 60 pounds down, and I feel fucking fantastic.
Dude.
It's been pretty badass.
Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question? How much blood is in your stool?
None whatsoever. No. Well, interestingly enough on that, everybody talks about the first 2 weeks of doing carnivore. You shit your brains out.
Yeah.
Legitimately, it is. Yeah, you can't be too far from a toilet. If you've ever had, what's that stuff that you drink to make yourself go?
Yeah, X-Lax?
No. And it's not milk and mag.
Like the drink if you're going to get a colonoscopy.
Yes.
I can't think of the name of it.
Dude,
but I know
it
what
was
you're talking about.
almost like that my first 2 weeks. It was intense. I mean, we're talking Dumb and Dumber moments.
Yeah.
But after that, I was a regular 2-a-day kind of guy, and now I'm, maybe once every 2 days kind of guy. So it works out pretty well.
Will you real quick go through what will you eat on a day, a daily?
Well, I eat less, so I eat roughly. I'll eat at lunch about a half a pound of some type of meat. I made cheeseburger pie the other day. It was pretty fantastic. My kids all love my cheeseburger pie. From farm to fork, I eat the belly bacon. And that's pretty good. Basically, it's just thick.
Ryan
thick
loves Farm to Fork,
bacons.
man. I've been there many times with him.
Yeah, it's
Greens, boy.
Well, see, I can't eat any of that. But and they know me now, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I call, I'll say, "Hey, I want a half pound of the belly bacon," and she'll say, "Is this my meat guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it is."
My meat guy.
You must be slanging that dick, man. Cool cock, Tim. My meat guy.
Yeah. Well, there's another one that went with that, and I say this because she used to call me Godzilla Man, but it's not. I don't have a big penis. It's just the fact that her person had a really small penis.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I thought it's just that her vagina looked like
And because she was
Mothra.
Japanese.
Listen, I've been with a Japanese woman before, and they make the weirdest sounds.
Oh, God.
They do. It's like whiny. You almost just don't even want to do it.
Yeah, they go, "Hayato, hayato." It's called Japanese, man. That's just how they talk, bro.
Well, and it's weird. Okay, so the first time I went to Japan, right, I walk into the airport, and I'm like, "Hey, do you know where the USO is at?" And she goes, "Hi." And she starts telling me, and I'm like, "Yeah, hello."
Hello.
And she's, "No, hi, this way." And I'm like, "Yeah, hello." I didn't know that in Japanese, hi is yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So when you're having sex with a Japanese woman and she keeps telling you, hi, You know, it's
Yeah.
I just feel like I want to say hello.
Yeah. Hi. I'm like, I'm getting as high as I can.
Yeah,
What the fuck do you want me to do?
Listen, I smoked a lot earlier. I'm really high.
Yeah.
I'm getting high.
I'm getting there.
It's wild because German women say Heil.
Yeah,
Well,
they say,
Yeah.
Heil.
that's like the ultimate compliment. That means you're like up there.
Oh yeah,
Up
yeah.
there.
No,
You're like up. Like I don't know how high, but you're like up there.
I am not a part of this.
You're doing Harvest Fest, baby. You better be ready to be offensive.
If you're going to
yeah.
start doing comedy,
Yeah,
you're going to
no,
have
no.
to put that I can't say this stuff. It's got to go.
No. I'm good with all of it. I kid.
Yeah, I'm just worried. Yeah, he's just joking. He's just
So,
joking.
comedy influences. Name me like 3 or 4. Like, what would you?
Well, if I were to aspire to anything, my favorite is Dave Chappelle because he has a meaning behind everything.
yeah.
And I think that's awesome. He's changing the world with his comedy, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. I will say, Bert Kreischer is one of my favorites.
Sean's a huge fan. I like Bert.
Yeah,
Bert's
listen,
good.
Yeah, he's funny.
I watched this dude on Razzle Dazzle, and my wife and I literally sitting in the bed at night, and we are laughing so hard, we're crying. I start coughing. I feel like I'm going to throw up, and we have to pause it because we're laughing so damn hard when he's talking about. Have you guys seen the Razzle Dazzle?
I think
have.
so.
Okay.
I have. I bet you're good though. You're not spoiling.
Okay,
it
all
for
right,
me.
all right. So when he's talking about going into the wall and he farts in front of his dad, I lost my shit.
Oh yeah. When they're going in through the
Yes,
yeah.
through the escape
They're doing
room.
escape room, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic.
I was like the Razzle Dazzle. And I'm like, that's the name of the special. I'm like trying to
See,
think. I thought maybe it was like something else.
now I just want to go eat a bunch of wings and go to an escape room with my wife and kids.
I'm just farting their fucking
I think
face,
it would be
dude.
hilarious.
Just drop it.
You know, he won Stand-Up Comedian of the Year this year.
That's pretty crazy.
Really? Yeah. You know what? I get that because
Yeah.
he's
He's had a
absolutely
great year.
hilarious.
He had the movie, the special.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's absolutely.
The new one was
hilarious.
what, Hey Big Boy? Is that the name?
No,
of
the
new one?
newest one's Razzle Dazzle.
Is it Razzle Dazzle?
It is, yeah.
Okay, because I've watched so many. He's dropped so many. Him and Tom Segura. I feel like I'm like they have so many.
Tom
Well-
Segura's new special. Have you seen that?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh
insane.
my gosh, it is. It's
The thing about the
fantastic.
shower is like, oh, I was like, man, this might be too much.
Have you heard?
I haven't seen it yet.
Have
It's
you
insane.
heard the story where Bert goes to Tom's house and talking about Tom's kid
And the water.
and the water?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I died. I was sitting at work listening to that in my office, and I start laughing, and people were walking by my office like, "What the hell is wrong with this guy?"
Yeah. What happened? Can you give us a short of it? I can't
Yeah,
remember.
so
I know I've heard it, but I can't remember.
Basically,
it.
Bert comes over to Tom's house to stay there for the night or something, and his kid brings him a cup of water, and he's like,
From the toilet.
Hey, Bert.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, I was like, I know what it is, but I can't remember. It's like he keeps bringing him, and he's like, "What are you bringing me?" And he's like, he's literally fucking. Okay.
He's like-
I was like, I know the story, but I can't remember the
Yeah.
punch. I'm like, what is
Bert,
it?
don't drink the fucking water.
Don't drink the water.
It's from the toilet.
That's so.
It's
fucking
like,
funny.
he's like, did you get this water from the toilet? Yeah, I did. He just walks away.
Yeah, psychopathic fucking kids.
But speaking of comedy, right now, like I know I've been on the podcast before talking about Ralphie May, Bert Kreischer.
Hell yeah.
Those are my favorites. But two of the best comedians in the game right now, in my opinion, dropped specials.
Yep, they did.
And they are fantastic. Soup to Nuts by Mark Norman is
Yep.
a fantastic special.
And go ahead, say the other one.
Shane Gillis's new special is fantastic.
Beautiful
was-
dogs,
yeah.
baby, right there.
Yes.
Beautiful dogs. So
I
fucking
did.
good.
I did indulge in that. He's
I
a
told
god.
man, it's so
Yeah.
good, so good.
He's coming here in like 2 weeks in Indy.
Fort
He'll be
Wayne? Oh, Indy?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys make it to Chappelle? I saw some people
Maybe
that
it's
went.
Bloomington.
Maybe it's
No,
Bloomington.
I didn't. I wish I would have.
I didn't make it to it either.
I did.
Yeah. I was like, it's one of those things where I was like, I wanted to go to that fucking show so bad.
It was. For me. It was wrestling Dynamite or
Yeah.
that, and I.
To me, it was like, I'm not putting my phone up, dude. There's way
So,
too much.
That's
stuff
exactly
on
what I was thinking, right? So,
Yeah.
I get anxiety when I don't have one of two things, either my phone or my vape.
Yeah.
I literally I get anxiety. I know
That's
it
an
sounds-
addiction, my friend.
Oh, 100%.
Double-
there.
double-
Same,
100%
same for me.
addiction.
It's my weed vape or my Percocet. If I don't have those two, I lose my fucking shit. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so putting your phone up, I just don't, and I don't. It's not like I even use it that much, and even I'm older, so I know what it's like to not have a phone.
Yeah.
So
Imagine showing up in those new Ray-Bans that have like the camera on them, and you're just like watching the whole show with your glasses. Go Gadget, zoom in. Dave Chappelle, you've seen your last day. Fuck you. I don't know. I think it's so funny that they keep like throwing those to me, and I'm like, what's the reason? Like I feel like that's so creepy if you're just walking around and you're just like, hey guys, what's up? How you been? Like
The
you're just,
recorders, yeah.
you're just
That's
controlling.
creeper.
Like, you're literally like, go in the bathroom. I'm gonna take a pee.
But I get the like.
I see Cool Cock Tim's cock today. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I like that you. I get that like you don't want your like you want to have your phone in the, but they're locking it up because of cancel culture.
Oh,
yeah.
understandable. Absolutely.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
The reasoning behind makes sense. It doesn't change my anxiety behind not wanting to get
Same,
to my phone.
yeah.
You can have the greatest reason in the world for wanting to shoot me in the fucking face. I still don't want you to do it. All right?
I mean, I
Yeah.
get it, but I mean, I go to shows.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like you gotta support, you know.
I feel.
Absolutely,
I feel
yeah.
you. And Dave Chappelle's the shit though, you know. He's gotten so much money, he don't need any more money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's proved he's not afraid to walk away from the money, you know?
Yeah, you don't.
I saw this and I was like, this reminds me literally of you. It's like the far rights of fitness going digital, and I'm like, over here you're losing all this weight, and now all of a
Yeah.
sudden you're like super libertarian. What
Well,
happened?
listen, I'll tell you, if they found out what I was telling my boys to do every night, they'd really have a fucking fit.
You telling them to pray before bed?
Yes, definitely. But no, we're me and my younger boys are exercising before bed
Before every night?
every night.
What the hell, dude? Are
Yep.
you serious?
Yeah.
You're gonna end up like Shane said. It's like if you guys watch the special, he said, it's like in history is like just like it's like almost falling into being all right. You're gonna become a right winger,
yeah,
Republican if you like.
Hey,
history.
listen, I
It's the same
took the
working
red
out.
pill like a year and a half ago, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
I took mine through my butt.
Well, it is the fastest way to get to your system, so.
Milo Yiannopoulos gave it to me. Just kidding. Remember him? You guys
Yeah,
remember him?
yeah.
You guys remember that guy for 2 minutes with the blonde hair and the gayness?
How old are you, if you want me asking?
So I generally don't ever tell. I did tell you earlier outside, but I don't ever tell people my age, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I generally don't ever tell people my age because it changes their opinion of what you should know.
Yeah.
So I wrote a paper on this years ago, right? If they're younger and they think and you're older than what they think you are, then they're going to think you're an old fogey and don't understand them.
Yeah.
Right? But if they're older and they think that you're younger than you are, then they're going to think that you don't know anything. So
Yeah.
by not telling someone your age, people listen to the words that come out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
So you're 56. Is what you're saying?
Yep, you got it.
No, what I just took from that, and I'm a big believer in, is baby boomers suck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you're a baby boomer.
No.
You're definitely a boomer. Fucking only a boomer would say some shit like that. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you, I think every generation has something about them that sucks.
Yeah, that's the truth.
So,
And for us, what sucks for us is the economy, and that's because of the boomers. Thanks a lot. Just kidding.
am I not allowed to flip off the camera?
Yeah, you
I
can
just
do
did
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can
good,
do whatever
good.
you want.
Yeah, dude, flip off the camera, dude. Flip off the camera, dude.
Yeah,
That's-
they definitely caused that shit.
Yeah. I think our if I had to say boomers, they kind of think everything's easy because it was so easy for them. For our generation, it's we think that everything is like, oh my god, you can't do it. We want to cancel everything.
Yeah.
And the Zoomers, it's like they're just annoying and they think everything's cool. Like
Yeah.
like my kid. I don't know if you guys have picked up. You have a kid around the same age as me, and I think we all have kids around the same age.
Yeah.
Have you guys realized that there's no such thing as about to anymore? It's about to. I'm about to.
Oh, well, then they changed
Baudo.
the words for everything. I'll tell you, it's just the English language is gone with these kids. I'm telling you.
For
All
sure.
but one of my kids is teenagers, and let me tell you.
Bad news.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My daughter showed me this picture of this boy that she likes. She's my stepdaughter, but I call her my daughter.
That's your daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
She shows me this picture of this boy she likes, and this 16-year-old boy has got a fucking face tattoo and fucking dreadlocks. Looked like he's already served hard time.
Does it say no regrets?
And I look, no, it doesn't. But I look at my fiance and I'm like, we're gonna visit her in the trailer park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You laugh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See, mine are from 16 to 4, so I have, this wide range. And I feel like they're, because I've got a break in between. I've got 16, 15, 14, and then I've got a 8, 7, and 4.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that break, they're going to be two completely different generations, really.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just going to be weird.
Parenting kids, I have a 10-year difference between my youngest and my oldest. And I was literally talking to my fiance about that. I was like, they're getting two different dads.
Yeah.
Like Nathaniel's getting this
100%.
youthful dad that like still had dreams. And then Arthur's getting a guy who's more established and kind of knows what he wants to be, but isn't as like, I'm not going to be out there like playing basketball. Like my 13-year-old's mad that I don't want to play basketball every day. I'm like, do you know what my job is? I literally lift and pull and push all fucking day. And that's just when I'm giving out babies. I'm just pushing them out of my pussy all fucking day, dude.
With your bussy.
Just my
With your
pussy,
pussy.
dude. I'm riding on my booty chicks.
Yeah, we got to talk about that
song.
song. How ridiculous is that fucking song?
I don't know,
that
dude. I
song.
love it, dude.
It's hilarious.
Oliver Anthony had to eat a fudge round to make that happen.
Have you heard F-150 by Dixon Dallas too?
No, I haven't. I'm gonna check it
Go
out.
listen to his library. It's gold.
Okay, yeah.
Is he legit like gay?
So he's his stance, and he's kind of took a Tyler the Creator route. I'm pretty sure he's trolling. He's like, it doesn't matter what I am. He's like, I just make music because I like making music. But the fucking production on those songs, they're fire, man.
yeah.
They're really
No,
good.
It's legitimate.
You can be good.
Good looking's good.
Yeah,
Like,
Well, good enough to get a lot of women out there rocking to it.
God, what's going on in country music right now? It's a little lit over there.
Zach
It's kinda-
Bryan, Morgan Wallen,
Yeah.
Oliver Anthony, whatever. I don't know if you'd call him really country though. He's kind of
Oliver?
Yeah, he's
folk.
Nah, yeah, folk bluegrass.
Doesn't he play like did he play guitar in that, or did he play like a
Yeah, he played. He
Mandolin?
fucking. I don't know if it's a banjo, whatever the fuck it is.
mandolin, banjo?
It's a guitar, but
It's a
it's
guitar?
it's got that metal plate on it, so it does change
Yeah.
the sound of
Steel
it.
guitar, maybe. It's a
Yeah,
steel guitar,
something like that. I don't know. I'm not a musician, so
Yeah, me either.
I wish. I bought a fiddle like 15 years ago to try to figure out how to play, and I still haven't played ever.
Yeah,
So there's that.
yeah. I bought a child size fiddle on accident. I was a kid fiddler, actually.
You are a kid. Still a kid fiddler.
I feel like in order to have some funny bones in your body, you gotta just be an eternal kid.
Yeah,
that's
for
a
sure.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, say that to the prosecutor, see if it pans out. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
See where that'll get you.
Yeah, you know who else is an eternal kid? Danny Masterson, I heard. I'm just kidding. I'm so sad that this came back,
Sad,
dude. I was
man.
rooting for him, Not for him, but like that it was wrong, you know what I mean?
You were
like,
rooting that he'd get to rape more people?
no, I was hoping that he didn't do it, Sean. But,
Yeah.
U.S. actor Danny Masterson has been sentenced to serve 30 years to life in prison for raping 2 women.
Not
Great.
somebody from Hollywood into weird sex shit.
No, I know, right? Usually they're all normal.
Well, hey, we could say it's really the Scientology thing, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
Listen, I want to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about the whole blowback from Ashton and?
Yeah, that was weird. That was bizarre. I think
Okay, I
that.
haven't heard about this.
So yeah, like they put out. I guess Ashton was like people were writing like letters on behalf of Danny Masterson. Masterson.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's hard to say that word. Masterson.
Master
All right. He's
Son?
racist too because of that word. Daniel Day Masterson.
That sounds very slavey to me.
Yeah, sounds very. Put 20 more years on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they wrote in a letter like he's a good guy, he made mistakes, blah blah blah, and they at the first Ashton was all behind him, like he's my friend, I don't think he would do that or whatever, and then all this, but like that's his life work has been outside of acting has been like protecting like kids that have been child trafficked, and so it's like people that pretend like this didn't exist. And that he's just doing this and he's protecting his friend and all he cares about is his friend. No, like, obviously he believed his friend.
Yeah.
And it's like, you can also, people are allowed to have a trial, and if it comes out and they lose and you're like, you can also still not agree with the outcome of a trial. People think that things are black and white in this world. Now, if you get evidence that's like literal, like you have a video and you're like, no, that's not my Paul, man. He would never do that, man. He did not do that.
Yeah, but
if that comes out, then obviously switch your idea. But like, if that's your homie and that's your friend and you don't believe it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I kind of disagree because, like,
Yeah.
he's your friend. You love him,
Yeah.
right? So I'm gonna go to bat for my friends no matter what. It's like, even if it comes out and there's like 100% proof that he was guilty, he's still my friend. I still love him. Like, sure, what he did was wrong, but that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna stand up for my friend.
Yeah. I get what you're saying there. I think if I find out my friend did something wrong and they were lying to me about it and said they didn't, then we're going to have, like, it's going to be the same thing. Like, to me, it really just comes down to, like, where's the line at? If, like, you go into the room and you're like, did you do this? And they're like, no, I didn't. I swear to God, man. And then it comes out and there's evidence that proves they did. And then they just lied to you. It's like, if you're going to lie to me, then, you know what I mean? There's just so many mitigating factors. My whole concept is, like, if you don't ever get definitive proof and then there's a court case and they think that they proved it and you feel like it's still kind of up in the air, I don't think you have any, like, there's nothing that forces you to believe, oh, well, that's the end of it. The government's never made a problem. The courts have never messed around and find out. Brown Board, the Board of Education, there was nothing before that, you know? There was, you know what I mean? It's like, we know shit that's happened in previous cases. We know people who have been on, you know, going to be on, like, what is it, death row, and then it turns out they didn't kill anybody when they get the DNA exoneration. Like, people make mistakes in these cases, and sometimes money changes everything. So I think as long as, you know, if you're conscious and if you're good and you feel like you did everything and you do trust your people, obviously you're good either way. But I think in this situation, they ended up putting out a video, him and me put out a video, and they're like, we apologize for everything we did, and blah, blah, blah. And then people are like, why didn't Topher say anything? And they just want everybody from that 70s show to just come out, like Deborah and fucking Red Miller. And, he's an asshole. He's a piece of shit, I guess.
See, I don't
Even
think...
the kids from the new seasons, that 90s show, have to come out and be like, we don't know him, but we think he's a fucking piece of shit.
I never watched that.
I watched those. Too cute.
I did watch those. They were pretty decent. I watched The Ranch too.
Yeah.
Ranch wasn't the same after Danny Masterson left, but you know, I think the problem is I don't think you should apologize for shit.
Yeah.
Right? You did it. Like, if you don't know me and I don't know you, what am I apologizing to you for?
Yeah. Don't apologize to public.
Now, don't apologize to public. Now, if I know somebody and I messed up, I'm going to apologize because that's the right thing to do, right? But if I don't know you and I got nothing to apologize to you for.
Yeah, unless you're Bill Cosby and you're like, well, you kids need to pull your pants up and look at a hippity-hoppity and then you just gangsters and shit. And then all of a sudden you're like, find out all the things you did. Maybe you might owe these people an apology for pretending like you're on a high horse. I think, like I said, it's still, to me, it all comes down, there's levels to this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's levels to it all. I think, I was sitting here thinking, and I'm like, I think I found the one thing I can get to break your fucking diet, dude. If one of the kids pulled out one of these for you, tell me you wouldn't. Tell me you wouldn't.
Cherries.
Dude, you give me some of those cherries like that, dude. The baby cherries.
I will tell you, I've had my kids constantly, oh, Daddy, you gotta try this. It's so good.
Yeah.
You know, talking ice cream or whatever, all this different stuff, and I'm like, no, man. And really, the biggest part of it, I just don't want the pain to come back. So
don't give it to me.
I'm good with it. Yeah.
Well, the sad thing is a lot of comedians have been getting hit lately, and this just came out in the last day or so on Sun News that Russell Brandt was accused of some stuff too, and a lot of people are feeling like this is kind of like a psyop against him for coming out against the government. And I think that's kind of one of the things that you get when you start coming out against things like this. But Russell Brandt accused of rape, sexual assault, and abuse by 4 women, including one aged just 16. I don't know if she's 16 now or 16 at the time of the situation. But yeah, Russell Brandt, man, he's going through a situation right now. There's a lot of people online that are defending him, saying like this seems like targeted because he's has his own network thing. He's going out against
the government.
Yeah, the government made us do it.
And he's doing it from a place of love and kindness.
Yeah.
And that dude is legit. I really appreciate who he is. He's legit, you know. This is the way that they do that stuff, man. If you look like, and to bring up like Andrew Tate, for instance, they brought him down really, and this may be a coincidence, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact that he got into that Twitter battle with Greta Thunberg, and then a few days later he's getting raided.
Yeah.
Come to find out she's a freaking Rothschild.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's a coincidence.
There's so much going on with. It does feel like their apparatus, Miranda. What do they call it? Miranda apparatus or whatever.
Yeah.
Is like, hey, if somebody is saying shit we don't like, boom, Me Too. It's like Me Too became like their way to get in
So is that them using what they're doing, because the whole list thing, to project onto other people?
It might be.
They're like, hey, we know how we're doing this, so we're gonna project onto this other people.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, everybody's gonna believe it.
Yeah,
like, right off. If you're from Hollywood and they say you've raped or you've done that, everybody's gonna believe it because of what happened.
Epstein,
yeah.
Yep. This is literally the best meal at Epstein Island was baby cherries. Sorry, okay.
Totally.
I'm done. Sorry, bro. Sorry, bro.
No, you're good. You're good. Epstein, and then what's his name? The movie producer.
Oh yeah, Weinstein.
Weinstein.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Stein brothers.
So the Weinstein thing, he legitimately, he did all that stuff, and so did Epstein. Obviously, they legitimately did all.
No,
that
man,
shit.
the government's taking Epstein down. He's good, dude. I fuck with him heavy. He's good. His island was cool.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
Those girls were really sweet.
Yeah, hey, they had cotton candy on that island. You'll never have anywhere else.
How much is Hillary Clinton paying you?
Chelsea Clinton.
Hey, listen, the Clintons, Bill Clinton's brother lived, I want to say he lived in Cookeville, Tennessee, and his niece, Bill Clinton's niece, was working at McDonald's in Cookeville, Tennessee back in the early 2000s.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's out there, Mickey D's killing it.
Yeah. So,
Is she hot?
No, not even a little bit.
You're like, slither on over here, baby girl. Wow, what you doing later?
Well, I'll tell you
Speaking of
something.
Democrats, y'all think Obama sucked a dick?
Oh,
That's
definitely.
insane. That's insane. Yes.
What happened?
It came in stages. So the first stage was there was a release of an old journal or an old note, a letter that Obama had sent, basically describing that he had been thinking every day about men, about sleeping with men, about sucking dick, sleeping with men. But it was like basically him just saying, I want to do this. But he hadn't done it.
Came out and said that he did.
But then a guy came out and did Tucker Carlson and was like, yeah, I used to frequent the bathhouses with Obama. We used to definitely just please each other. It was great times. And then later on, I saw he was president, and I was like, man, I've had some of the white cum in my white ass. Something like that. And then it came out, then all that stuff there kept calling Michelle Big Mike. I don't know if you've seen that.
I was going to say, to me, it makes sense because
that's
Michelle's been transitioning since 08.
now like half the internet believes Michelle Obama was
Have
actually
you seen
Michael
her
Obama.
arms? Bro, her arms are bigger than mine.
I've seen Venus and Serena too, and I know they were little girls. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, she's not. That's like where.
Yeah, that's where you start to get conspiracy.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was born in
I like
Kenya,
playing into the conspiracy.
Yeah.
His dad was definitely born in Kenya. We know that. His mom,
It's fine. He was
from
born in
Idaho or
America.
Iowa. His mom's from Idaho or Iowa, and then they went to the University of Hawaii together. And then got pregnant, and then his dad went to Harvard, graduated, and then moved back to Kenya.
The crazier story is the backstory behind his mom's family and the CIA and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, that shit's crazy.
It's all connected.
Might be.
Yeah. Well, now 3 corporations own everything, Vanguard and all that shit.
Yeah,
insane.
Vanguard, State Street, and BlackRock.
Yeah.
Listen, we got to be careful because they'll bomb
they're
Kokomo,
coming through.
Indiana.
We're already in trouble with the community standards. I just got this on my ring. Just wanted to remind you.
Yeah. Nice.
He came through with his eyes. Everybody's like, man, these aliens exist. I'm like, have you not seen Zuck? Zuck's out here, dude.
Yeah.
Zuck is living his fucking life.
Is
out
Zuck
here,
sucking
dude.
too?
Zuck
Let's be honest.
He might be, dude. I don't know. His Asian wife though. He's been rolling around doing BJJ. My bad. BJJ.
BBJ.
All these celebrities are getting in some Brazilian jiu-jitsu or blowjob and job.
Blowjob and job.
Blowjob and jerk. That's how you know you're doing.
That's
right.
what it really
BJ
is.
and J. All these celebrities are getting in trouble. We got Danny Masterson. We got Masterson. We've got Russell Brandt. Oprah Winfrey got a lot of backlash for her Maui reaction. She's sad. Oprah Winfrey was shocked over vitriol Maui fire donation backlash with The Rock.
You know I love The Rock and I love wrestling, but like people just assume that they didn't give a penny.
Yeah.
How can you just assume that they didn't give money? Because they
got to do better job
charities.
They've got to do a better job of saying that. I think the problem was they went on there like, please give, and they're like, you're millionaires and billionaires. Like,
but people did that for like celebrities. I mean, they do it for the Hurricane Katrina.
Well, and
Houston.
we're talking a different time too, because I mean, hell, I was better off economically back then. I think probably most of us were.
Yeah, we're all
and now
killed right now.
I mean, and I think that's part of the anger of it.
Yeah.
But also, I heard that her property was one of the only things left untouched.
Yeah.
And she had hired a private firefighting service to make it that way. And now that she has one of the only properties that wasn't touched, it's constantly got security going around. So people are like, well, if Maui's such a big part of your life, why are you not, why are you asking us that has no money
to give when you do?
Have you guys seen the blue paint conspiracy?
Yes, I have. That's interesting. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
Explain it a little bit.
Okay. So this blue paint conspiracy, basically what they did is they show these lasers that start fires on red and green and yellow, but when it comes to the blue cloth, this laser doesn't actually start the fire on the blue cloth because of the wavelength. So all these celebrities have the roofs of their house are blue. They painted them blue, and none of their houses were touched.
Yeah.
If you look in the middle of these Maui fires, there's a blue car in the middle of all these other cars that are just torched, and the blue car is just fine.
I gotta look into this.
Dude, it's pretty wild, dude.
It's wild.
I gotta go hit my bong like 85 times and just look into this in a fucking nightlight. Like,
Just get on. Dude, I do it. Just TikTok rants of fucking conspiracy theories. And then you start getting a little worried.
Nah, I get off TikTok immediately because they did that. 10 things you should know. The first one is super important. I'm like, get me out of here.
See, this is how I know I have a problem. Okay, I had one of my coworkers comes to me and she goes, "Hey, have you heard about this conspiracy theory? I just want to know if you think it's true." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm that guy."
yeah, you're that dude.
Yeah.
So speaking of, did you hear about the xenon on Mars?
No, I have not heard about this.
Oh no, what happened?
Okay, so supposedly xenon is released when an atomic bomb is released, and they found xenon on Mars. So the thing about that is they're trying to say that we had a society on Mars, and because history repeats itself, and so they let off atomic bombs, and then we came to Earth.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually legitimately believe that is. I think that's scientifically possible, of course.
Yeah.
It's possible, sure.
Because when the sun would have been hotter, we're in that Goldilocks zone. Mars would have been in that Goldilocks zone, and we wouldn't have.
Yeah.
And had it not been for our moon colliding, we wouldn't have what we have now, right? As far as water and all these other things. So could that have been the case? I listen to a lot of these podcasts, and when it comes down to like the Younger Dryas stuff and the prior civilization, it sounds legitimate.
So you told me that you're religious, though.
I am, yeah.
Wouldn't that if we lived on Mars and then moved to Earth, wouldn't that disprove religion?
No.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. I believe that science and religion are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Right? They can work together. Do I think the Earth is 6,000 years old? Absolutely not. I think it's asinine to believe that. Do I think that it was still created by God? Absolutely, I do.
Yeah.
So,
Fair.
I do believe in science, but I think realistically the science points to a creator.
You guys got into it. You guys were talking about everything before we got here. You know his age. You know his religion, man. Yeah. I'm still stuck as Xenon girl of the 21st century over here. I'm in my head's going boom, boom, boom. My heart goes zoom, zoom. My supernova girl. I'm like, fucking Xenon's on Mars, dude, and she doing the concert with the old blonde dude.
We have a lot of things in common. We both grew up in Florida. I'm a year older than him.
Yeah.
So, and we both into conspiracy theories, but I do not believe
You're a
in
heathen.
God.
Okay, we get it. You're a heathen.
And he does.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's kind of how it is. He was on the Bible Belt part of Florida. You're probably more on the the thong belt or whatever the fuck they were down there.
No, it's straight up liberal all the way down from Fort Pierce to Miami. It's like liberal central.
And that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
But I'm actually, we were talking about this too. I'm at that age where I think it's time for me to switch political parties, guys.
Yeah. You're going Republican?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, I'm sick of all these
I'm just
minorities going around thinking they own this place.
It's not about the minorities.
I know,
it's about
I'm just joking.
it's like if I mistakenly call you by the wrong pronoun that you gave yourself.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be vilified for that.
Well, I told you this earlier. Is my opinion on this is basically, look, if you ask me to call you something, or if you say, hey, I want to be known as son of a bitch, cool. What's up, son of a bitch? Right? But if you say, hey, you have to call me son of a bitch, I'm gonna say, hey, guess what? You can go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I think it's the compelled part. That's really, I think, what's always kind of... that's where you start to separate the people who are like okay, cool with... go fuck yourself is the compelled part of it, where it's like you have to, or you are this, and it's like now you're being kind of fanatical. And most people that I know, like most trans people that I've met in my life, they're not like that. They're normal. The people that you see online that are like that, they literally are probably just need real people around them. They're in a fucking like bubble. People are telling them the same thing that's just echoing back and forth in that chamber, and they don't know anything except for what they're hearing their own self. Just they're smelling their own farts daily, dude. It's tribalism, and you have to protect your tribe. I get it, but you can protect your tribe and still be a part of like the main big. You can like your little area, and then the rest of the area. Come on.
I heard a story the other day from this psychologist was talking about why children from the age of about 14 till about the age of 24 are genetically hardwired to think their parents don't know shit.
Yeah.
Because it's, hey, I need to leave my tribe so that I don't intermix with anybody in my tribe to go over to this tribe to reproduce, because those are your most productive years as far as genetically is concerned, right?
Yeah.
So it just made all the sense in the world to me, but I've got a kid at home that golly, because I'm a pretty conservative guy, and she just thinks I don't know anything about anything.
That's why you have to get them out of the house. I feel like when people keep their kids around too long in that age, that 10-year gap, that's how you get like people who are obsessed with like stepmom, stepdad porn, because they're like, that's the only person that's different than me around here. I gotta hang out with them for a while. I gotta spend some time with stepmom, stepdad. You know what I'm saying? Stepsis,
it's warm in here.
Stepsis, what are you doing in the dryer right now? What are you doing in the dryer, stepsis? Let me help you out of there. You know what I'm saying? One of those things. Speaking of, I want to keep going back to this. We're gonna keep going through these celebrities. Did you guys hear what happened with Drew Barrymore, man?
Yes.
Fucking scabbing. She ended up pulling the plug on the talk show. She's not going to bring it back.
She's not now?
The pressure got to her, man. That scab pressure, dude. So she was going to bring her show back, sans writers, and just do like her own thing with her. But then people are like, well, if you write anything down, motherfucker, you don't do nothing, man. And everybody's like, fucking Drew Barrymore, ET your ass and go home. Like, don't do this shit, dude. You think you're out here. You're not Spielberg. You don't need to direct shit. Go home. Direct your ass to your home.
I listened to everyone. Good for her.
Yeah, she listened. I watched the video she put out where she's like, I've got to do this for my people. Because her and Bill Maher, both of them, it kind of explained, they've been kind of a little bit cagey about the reasoning, but the real reason is they have obligations to their crew. Like the people that aren't writers, they have like, everybody behind the scenes, the PAs, everybody, like they have to pay everybody, the cameraman, the people that are literally just gaffers, everybody. And so all those people aren't getting paid right now. They're literally just broke. And it's a problem with the strikes. And we understand that. Like there's a lot of organizations that lose money when we strike, which is why we're doing it the way we're doing it, or people are doing it the way they're doing it locally, whoever works at that plant. I don't know who.
It definitely goes to the whole local economy, but go ahead.
Do you watch, have you ever watched Club Random with Bill Maher?
Yeah.
Dude, some of that shit's so cringy.
It's like watching Grandpa. Here, where's a minute? Let me tell you something. Hold on.
He beats everybody down. They come on there to like because the thing come on a talk show to talk with their buddy, and he's just like.
Did you see the one with Bella Thorne? He was
No.
trying to fuck her the whole time. It's so funny. Watch that one. That's the most cringy one. It's just like a 6-year-old dude trying to fuck like a 20-year-old. Like,
He's trying to bang on Bella Thorne.
she's like, yeah, I was sexually assaulted. He's like, I would never do that to you, baby. I'd love to fuck you. You know, I would never marry. I'm friends with Matt Damon. Like, you know, like, all right, dude.
Dude, it's so good.
New rule, your pussy, my mouth. That's what it said. Something like that. It was just really awkward. I was watching the whole thing though, and I was like, this is creepy.
I watched the one with Richard Dreyfuss, and at the beginning of the interview, he's in the chair like this.
Yeah.
And by the end of the interview, he's sunken down. Richard Dreyfuss is sunken down to like where your shoulders are on like it's like all the way down. It's hilarious.
Have you guys ever seen movie 43?
Yeah, I've
been a
seen
long
parts
time.
of it. I've seen the
Okay,
whole thing.
so this show sounds like movie 43.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like that?
It's just like it's just a regular
It's a
podcast,
legit,
but
like he's being
Okay.
serious. Yeah,
but he has no
Okay.
idea what he doesn't realize. He doesn't. When somebody isn't writing for him and he doesn't have a format and he's just allowed to be himself, he doesn't realize how much of a fucking weirdo he is. So he'll get into things where he's like, "No, but listen, let me tell you something. This is let me tell you. This is how things are in the real world, okay, Bob?" And then you're like, "Bill, this is a podcast. What the fuck are you doing?" He's treating it like he's on TV, like he has to like get the like what I say is right. He did that on. Have you watched him on Rogan?
Yeah.
He did that on Rogan too, where he's like, "No, but here's the thing about Trump. Let me tell you why Trump is better." And he actually did a really good job articulating the difference between Trump and Biden and why Biden's better than Trump. And he did it. I don't know if you saw that. He articulated it really well. I'm not a huge fan of Biden. I'm not a huge fan of Trump, but he articulated really well why the difference between Trump and Biden and why he likes Biden and not Trump. And I think he really got Joe into a corner, which is pretty interesting. Joe was like,
That's a difficult one to do.
yeah, and it was because Joe usually is on his toes on that kind of shit, but he was basically like, here's the reason why. You know, Biden's son may have sold access to his dad. Bullshit. We don't like that at all. This guy, we know, was trying to bribe and trying to get people to overturn the election. There's proof that it's happened. And just because he couldn't do it, you don't want a guy like that to get power again, because that's if you're like willing to go. If I was willing to go to Brian and say, "Hey, Brian, you know we're doing Harvestfest, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "When Cool Cock Kim goes out, I want you to grab him by his dick, knock him on the ground, break his leg." And I'm like, and he's like, "I have to do it, man. He's making me do it. Like, damn, you gotta grab him by his dick, man. Just pull that whole thing down, tie it up."
I'll hear
Good luck
wrong
finding
and suck him off.
He starts sucking his dick. Oh man.
Oh,
He comes out and has the best show of his life. And I'm like, damn it, God damn it.
Like, man,
It's just one of those
I
things.
just feel so good right now.
It's just, I don't know, guys. I just feel so high. I feel so great. I feel so great. Everybody's like, "Why are your pants wet?"
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Oh,
Look up.
what was that? Don't look at him. Look at me.
Don't look at him.
Look me in the eye.
Are you guys gonna hit on any fun subjects at Harvestfest that you guys want to talk about a little bit? Or are you guys kind of
Sure.
cards close?
Well, I agreed to go full dirty
Oh,
for
yeah.
Harvest
Going full
Fest.
throttle.
Giggity.
So I'll be doing racial humor.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good deal.
I'll be doing.
That's why he announced she was right wing before this. He was like, "I'm going right wing." So might as well go.
I'm going. I might as well go
I'm just kidding.
full. So basically, what I'm saying is, I'm just gonna be Trump on stage
Yeah.
for 10
Yeah.
minutes.
That'd be hilarious. It's a beautiful crowd. Beautiful.
This is like
I'm the best
crowd.
comedian ever of all time.
But yeah, I got some. I'm working on a new joke actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, what do you think the worst job ever is?
Podcast host. I'm just kidding.
Worst job ever?
I don't know.
I probably a Starbucks barista.
You're all wrong. The worst job ever is a pharmacist, because you went to college for 8 years to work at a fucking CVS.
Or fucking Walgreens.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest here. CVS is way better than Walgreens.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the paper to prove it.
Yeah. It's forever.
That's it,
What about you, Brian? You want to talk about anything new?
I mean, I I got all new stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Woo!
I got a lot of new stuff. I will say thank you. I will go ahead and bring it up now. It's pretty official. October 28th at the record store.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. It's going to be a Halloween themed show. Jordan, myself, Sean, Doug, Julie Heckman, and the headliner's not. I haven't.
Not releasing that yet.
Yeah, not releasing that yet because there's not a headliner yet.
That'll
come when it comes. Yeah, I'm still waiting.
It's a secret that I don't even know.
But definitely, this is definitely like way early talks in it though. So tickets will be going on sale in a couple weeks. Or
Hell
whatever,
yeah!
So.
I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
I'm excited about that one too. Since we're making announcements, I have started Sean D's Kokomo Showcase. There'll be quarterly showcase here in Kokomo at
Sun King.
Sun King. I always forget the name because I'm not a drinker.
I know, I don't drink either.
At Sun King Brewery. So the first one's December 8th.
Hell yeah.
It'll be myself, Jimmy Shaw will be hosting, Jeff McKinley, my road dog, my homie, Doug Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
And the headliner for that is also unannounced at the moment.
Hell yeah. I'm excited, dude. Nice. So they're going to have some more opportunities to do comedy coming up here. We're going to have so much shows going on, dude.
I'm down.
I'm excited, man. Well, we can't book you till we see you at the show.
That's true. Yeah. See if I'm actually funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure you are. You seem like a really funny guy. I mean, you've been killing it on this podcast.
I appreciate that.
It's fun times, dude. Yeah. I like doing podcasts. I like talking shit about Drew Barrymore, dude. I'm still pissed about the fact that she fucking didn't do the fourth Charlie's Angels,
You know?
She did Tom Green dirty. Fuck her.
Oh, yeah, she did, man. He had cancer in his balls, too, and that wasn't cool.
Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah, dude. She should have been more of a champion.
Yeah, she should have sucked him off for him.
I don't know if you guys... The redhead girl is Reba. She's a single mom who works 2 jobs. Dude, I would have loved to watch Twilight if that was just Reba was in it, dude.
Hell yeah.
Dude, Reba's so hot.
She's got the heart of a
Reba
fighter.
is hot.
I do love Reba,
But
dude.
I have a thing for redheads, right?
You do?
I do. My celebrity crush is Ela Fisher.
Oh, yeah, dude. She's hot.
Which definitely says a lot because the first time I ever saw her in any production was Wedding Crashers.
I know, and she was insane in that. So.
Yeah, she's insane in that. So obviously I go for the insane girls.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a problem.
Awesome. Well, I read an article a long time ago that said that they did studies on people who like redheads, and it's less of a preference and more of a fetish.
Oh.
And they said because a lot of they did attractiveness like studies where they're like, okay, what do you find attractive by this person? They were more likely to rate people who were rated averagely lower if they had red hair higher because they had red hair. So you see people who with red hair as more attractive even if they're not because you like red hair.
Huh.
So they like it actually falls a little bit more in like almost like a fetish category than it falls into.
Well, thanks for making me feel more fucked up about it.
Now that we're on the subject, I want to hear everybody's celebrity crush. Now I want your male celebrity crush.
Oh, well,
you're too conservative
basic.
for that. Sorry,
No, it's Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
All right.
I'm basic as hell.
Yeah, it's pretty basic.
There better be a wrestler as the male one.
Probably. I don't fucking know. I would have to say.
It's Macho Man Randy Savage for him.
Shane Gillis.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Female one.
My female one would have to be that bitch from that bitch. that bitch. No, that sounds off. That is it Olivia or no, not Olivia.
Rodriguez.
No, her too.
You talking about the gymnast?
No, the chick from Wednesday.
Oh yeah,
Ortega.
Jenna
Ortega.
Oh yeah,
you got a type, man.
Bro.
You just like tiny Latinas, don't you?
tiny
Latinas.
what's up.
You go on my Google search. It's just tiny Latinas.
Tiny Latinas, little feet, fixed close to fridge.
Tiny Latina femboy.
Being from Florida and
He likes tiny
being
feet.
somebody that's had sex with Latinas, they call you Poppy when you're having sex.
Bro, listen, I'm with you there because that was like my whole high school career. It was all Latina chicks, and oh my gosh,
It's part of their culture to take care of their men. They have thick booties.
yeah.
There's
I
nothing
like a
not
big
to
ass.
like.
Yeah, there's nothing not to like about a Latina. I would say female celebrity crush is definitely Anna Kendrick. That's why she's up there. Of course, she's the cutest. And obviously she was in the last meme because she's beautiful. And she's a baby angel, and she's a sweet angel, and I love her. And male crush, I don't think I've ever thought of that, but I would say just based off of like fervor alone, Danny Masterson, he would definitely do me good.
Okay.
No, what's the dude who plays the blue dude from Dr. Manhattan? Billy Crudup? Yeah, he's the shit. I like Billy Crudup. He's in the morning show, and he's really cool on that. Have you guys watched the morning show?
Show's good.
Yeah, they just dropped 3 episodes of season 3. We just watched them last night, and I'm like, this dude's so cool. You know what I'm talking about, Billy Crudup?
No.
He's played Dr. Manhattan, obviously,
Okay.
and then he's been in so many fucking things. But he's what did he was just recently in the Flash movie. I think he played the dad. I think he played the dad. Or he played the dad. No, he played the dad in the original Flash, but in the new one they replaced him with the dude from the Office Space, the main guy from Office Space.
Yeah,
Ron
Ron
Such a
Livingston.
good movie.
Yeah, Ron Livingston. Yeah, he's great. I believe you have some stapler. It's not him though.
Is
I actually have a red stapler in my office.
Oh yeah, you have
Yeah.
to, dude.
No.
Oh
Nice.
yeah, I have to.
Yeah,
It's-
you
it's-
just fucking do this to people all the time. Somebody's got a case of the moon days.
Well, so I like to have a few different things that people can talk about, right? So I've got my Star Wars stuff, like Vader, and I've got Aang from Avatar,
Yeah,
and then the red stapler, and super old printer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just beat the shit out of that printer.
Oh, I want to constantly. It's one of those old dot matrix printers, so it actually makes the noise as it goes through. Yeah, and I still use it to this day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
it
that
works at least?
Oh yeah, so the car industry hasn't changed in like 47 years. So when I'm printing up paperwork,
The pay hasn't either. Just kidding. Go ahead.
when I'm printing up paperwork, it literally makes that sound as it's running through.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, how things do jargon, right? So in the business, we call that spinning a deal, right?
Yeah.
We call it spinning a deal because of those printers,
Sheesh.
because the printers spin the paper through.
Yeah.
So that's why it's called spinning it. Okay.
That's why it's called spinning a deal.
What are those called? Like, not idioms, are they? What the fuck are they called?
Oh shit, you got me.
Like, there's like a name for those things, like little phrases like that.
Yeah, I'm not that smart.
I know what. Yeah. Give me a minute.
I think they're called.
I don't like Paul's wait for me, but I think
I actually think they're called
euphemisms.
euphemisms.
Euphemism.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they're called euthanasias. I saw this and it's reminded me of the Kokomo Press. So how it feels to spread misinformation. I'm like, this is literally how it feels. I feel
Lisa
amazing.
Frank, baby.
Lisa
Yeah.
Frank, baby. Who doesn't like Lisa Frank? I'd probably smash.
Yeah.
Actually, I would like to change my female celebrity crush to Lisa Frank.
Can you imagine that?
What was your Sean? I don't think did you throw it out there?
No, I didn't.
No,
I,
you
I
did.
purposely did.
Let's hear it, dude.
Oh yeah, no, I gotta hear this.
All right, so we'll start with female. My female celebrity crush will always be J-Lo, because I'm from, like I told my son this yesterday, I'm from the era where like we didn't have the internet and all the porn in the world in our pocket, so I used to jerk it to MTV on mute.
To her in the silver dress, right? Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt.
And then my male one, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
I would go gay for him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Leo. Oh yeah.
You know
You're not
what?
25 or you're not 22.
Yeah, I'm too old.
I legitimately think that dude is the second greatest actor of all time.
Yeah. Who's the first?
Oh, it's Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
I don't know about Tom Hanks anymore, man.
Well, okay, so when you're talking greatest actors of all time, you got to think who has the most iconic films.
yeah.
Like if I can say a one-liner or play the music and you know the film, then that's a great movie, right?
Yeah.
So who has more iconic films than Tom Hanks?
It's a good question. He does have a lot of one-offs. He's probably got more one-offs than anybody else. That's
Yeah.
the truth. I mean, he has. Bruce Willis has a lot of good ones.
He does.
I'd say Tom Cruise is up there.
Tom Cruise.
But he almost plays the same character in everything, right? And
Yeah, that's true.
Because I love Johnny Depp, but he plays a weird dude in every movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's not the same character, but it's like a weird. It's the weirdest dude ever. In every episode. He's like, play the weirdest dude ever. And he's like, I got this. Let's do it easily. Let's go. And then they do it, and he's like, imagine you have scissors for hands. He's like, I've been using these scissors for hands for 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
And he's just walking around cutting Amber Heard's pussy off. Like, I didn't do that. You did. The dog. It was the dog that cut your pussy.
She earned it.
Yeah, she did. She's gonna be. You guys see the new Aquaman drop? Speaking of hot hunks.
She's in the trailer, right?
Yeah, she's gonna be in it. Amber Heard. I heard that.
And I'm super
good for
jealous
her.
of that dude too, right? Because he just lives the fucking life, man. He's
Momoa?
throwing axes all the time. He's riding his motorcycle. I mean, just and being all these women want him.
Yeah.
I wish women wanted me like that.
And he goes on bro dates with Tom Segura.
Yeah.
See, you had to
really?
just cap it all.
This is literally you right now. I don't know if you guys saw this.
I'm simping for Momoa right now.
Goes hunting, hiking, and fishing every day in order to survive. Goes to the office every day so he can afford to go hunting, hiking, and fishing once a week.
Yeah.
It's literally
I'm the second guy.
Well, yeah. Thanks. I'm doing
Thanks
it.
for that, society.
Thanks, society, for ruining my life. I think it's funny. I think it's the truth, man. We really do live to have those moments of like peace nowadays. Whereas, like I spent this whole week and I was like, I'm not doing shit. Starfield came out. I'm getting lost. I'm trying to do everything I can to like get all these fucking powers because you get powers in the game and shit. I'm trying to become a fucking star god, and I'm like, I'm having the time of my life just stealing body organs and shit, like just body parts. The game is so big, it's ridiculously huge. I haven't even been through. There's 1,000 planets on there. I think I've only been to like maybe like 12. Like the same 12 over and over again.
Now, do you all three play that game?
I don't
I
play
don't.
it. Yeah.
I'm the only one, dude.
You're the only one?
I'm out here fucking just. Somebody's got to explore the world. Some people fucking.
Gotta explore the world.
Some other people are living the real world. Like, no, I'm on the line, dude. I'm living in fucking Sidonia. You know what I mean? I'm out in Newfoundland.
Yeah. So, what do you do as a hobby? I've wondered that since we met.
Smoke weed and watch comedy.
All right.
What's your favorite comedy movie?
Podcast. Comedy
Podcast. Okay, yeah.
I watch them all, but the best, the second best podcast on YouTube is Kill Tony.
Kill Tony.
I mean, I love it. That's
Hey,
my
it's me,
dream is
Tonic
to
Hemscroft.
be. I'm gonna be on that show.
Hell yeah.
Kill
Yeah,
Tony.
that's cool.
I think you
Hell
will.
Yeah.
I think you could for real. I think
Yeah.
you'd kill it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I think it'd be good for you to be on there too, and I think it'd be a good space for you to be on. Like when I was trying to segue into comedy movies. I thought you said movies. I saw comedian Adam Sandler perform at Gamebridge Fieldhouse as part of the I Missed You tour, and the tickets are on sale this week. And I was thinking, man, we all were around when Adam Sandler was just like. He just dropped banger after banger
Yeah.
after banger after banger, like Big Daddy, and then he dropped or he had like Happy Gilmore, Big
Hell
Daddy,
yeah.
fucking
Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, Waterboy.
Waterboy.
Happy Gilmore, Waterboy, Big Daddy.
Billy Madison,
Yeah.
like so many good movies, dude. Like it felt like that dude couldn't miss for the longest time, and then even now, like he still comes out with good ass movies. Like, what's your guys' favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Well, first I want to start by saying I respect this man so much because when he got to live his dreams, he brought all his friends with
Hell
him, and
yeah.
I think that's the coolest fucking thing. But my favorite, so Blended is not the best Adam Sandler movie, but it means a lot to my family. Like on one of the first times we got together when me and Christina started dating, we sat down with the kids, ordered pizza, and watched that movie.
Hell yeah,
But I would say my favorite is probably Waterboy.
Waterboy. What about you? You're gonna say Waterboy, weren't you?
Well, I love.
Yeah, you took
It's
my
gonna
fucking
sound like a
movie.
hipster, but probably I love Uncut Gems.
Oh yeah, it's good.
But,
It's a good
yeah.
fucking movie. Kevin Garnett's killer in that. So funny.
Oh, dude, but Billy Madison probably
Yeah.
favorite comedy.
It's a really good one. Yeah,
I originally was gonna say Grown Ups.
yeah. That's a
Because
good-
I
those are
really
good ones, too.
enjoy that movie. But when he was talking about when he was talking about the Waterboy, I thought, oh no, Grown Ups is great, but the Waterboy is phenomenal.
Waterboy is one of those ones there was a quotable. Kids used to throw those at each other left and right, dude.
Oh yeah.
Well, and if you remember back in the day, we used to take quotes from movies, and like that was our comedy.
Oh
right?
yeah,
all the time. I mean, I couldn't tell you how many times we've thrown out that or something.
Me and my girl put on Anchorman last night, and I was like, "This is literally like this is like one of the most quotable movies of all time." Don't say it. Don't. I already know. I already know you were gonna say it. You seem like the type that would be like, "I never liked Anchorman."
No, it's worse than that for you.
It's
sorry.
not funny to you.
No.
What is it? Here we go.
I don't like Will Ferrell.
Oh, okay.
Get out.
You don't like Will Ferrell?
I don't, man. Listen, I get secondary, what's that called?
Cringe, yeah.
Yeah, I get like secondary embarrassment for people.
So you can't watch The Office either. The Office is basically, that's all that is.
I did watch The Office. Now, I watched it solely for the Pam and Jim stuff because I like that.
Yeah.
Right? But I hated Michael Scott throughout the whole thing. But I don't mind Leslie Knope, which is weird in Parks and Rec.
She's very cringy, too.
Because she is very cringy. And there are moments, but Nick Offerman just makes everything better.
Oh, yeah, he's funny.
Because he's my spirit animal.
Yeah.
But no, I don't like Will Ferrell. I like witty comedy. Anything Seth MacFarlane puts out is I think that dude is just absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
I like his shit. My favorite Adam Sandler. I like. Obviously, there's like 1,000 different good ones, but my favorite one's always been The Wedding Singer. I always like that as much as I want to give shit to
We
Drew
forgot
Barrymore.
to mention that. Yeah.
Yeah, Wedding Singer is so good. I love that movie.
That's great.
It's so funny. It has an inclusive like trans or transvestite character in it that you don't even really care. It doesn't even affect you. She's around, he's around, George is around kids the whole time. Nobody gives a fuck. Like to me, I love that. Like it's so cool. It's just so. And then the bad guy in it the whole time, you fucking hate him. But also at the same time, you're like, he's kind of cool, man. You know what I mean? He's cool, but he's also a piece of shit. And he's got the coolest car. You're like, you could see yourself being, both.
yeah.
Robbie Hart,
Yeah.
or you could be, you're like, I wouldn't mind being him. I mean, he's kind of an asshole. He shouldn't cheat on Julia, but also just kind of homely. She kind of has it coming to her.
Yeah.
Kind of has it coming to her, man.
Yeah. Dude, her Ben Stiller's wife or ex-wife or whatever in that movie, she's so hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck's her name? I can't remember her name, though.
I know it.
I used to always mix her up for the Brady girl.
Oh,
I used to always think she was the Brady girl.
She was a Brady girl.
Was she?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Yeah,
Maybe
she was Marsha Brady.
Marsha, and the newer one, right? Because they
And
recasted.
the 1996 ones.
yeah.
Those are some of the best
She's so
movies
funny.
ever.
Yeah.
Dude.
She
They're
was
so
really funny in
fucking
that too.
fun.
That movie, that whole movie, the cast is legit. It has that old lady with the meatballs and shit.
Yep.
and,
Gary has what's his name in it?
the limousine guy from Grandma's Boy. I love him too.
Yeah.
What the fuck's his name? Gary who? Shanley? Is he in it?
No, I can't think of fucking Gary.
Gary.
I'll fuck his name up, but he's in a lot of stuff. He's in Pineapple Express.
I fucking love that movie.
Yeah. It's just such a good movie. It's got some solid ass fucking parts in it too.
See, I prefer the Apatow movies too. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
Happy Madison movies.
You like Apatow more?
Yeah.
See, I like a few of the Apatow ones, and then I feel like they got like This Is 40 is garbage. I never liked that movie.
Oh, yeah.
I thought
with you there.
it had so much. To me, it had so much like promise, and I just feel like it was just so much more. Like it just didn't. It wasn't as funny as I thought it would.
Funny People's a banger.
Yeah.
See, I liked half of that movie, and the second half to me was just miserable.
What's that one with
Was
the remote
miserable.
control? Click?
Click was
Click,
great. Yeah,
yeah.
that was a good
It's
one.
not an Apatow film, though, is it?
No, that's a
okay.
Happy
Sam.
Madison.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's really good. Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
But the best part of Funny People is the Eminem part. That's the best part of the movie.
Eminem, Funny People.
Yeah.
Was he in that one? I can't remember.
He's at the restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And
okay.
Ray Romano's looking at him. And he's
Yeah, I fucking love Ray Romano.
Ray Romano's the shit too. Everybody loves Raymond's like one of
That
my
whole
favorites.
scene with the cats in that movie, and This Is 40, was like the hardest fucking thing to watch. When he's like, I've seen it on Broadway, and your daughter. I was like, ooh, dude, this is evil, but also like hilarious. Like,
You
fuck
ever seen Vin Diesel's audition tape for Cats?
No, is it bad?
Oh my gosh, it's horrible. It exists, and it's
Well, I never
hilarious.
will watch Cats because to me, like, that it's just I don't really like musicals unless like something else has to get me into the musical. Like I liked Hamilton because I like history because I'm a Republican. Just kidding. Shane Gillis joke. I like Hamilton. I like 1776. I like a lot of history ones, but then I like Rent because I like the music. And some girl in high school was like, "You should watch Rent with me," and then we just kept watching it forever.
Well, Rent's really good. Have you seen The Greatest Showman?
No, I tried to watch when they were
gosh.
like when fucking Hugh Jackman and the dude were like yelling back and forth, and he's like,
Yeah.
"My name is," and I was like, "This is gay," and I was like, "I'm not watching that shit."
The
it
other
get
one
better?
that's really good is Across the Universe.
Yeah, I heard that one was good. That's the Beatles one, right?
It is. It's the Beatles one. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I really got into Hamilton. I really thought that one was decent. It made me feel bad because I'm like I have this like hipster mentality in my head where I'm like, I don't like things if other people aren't allowed to like things I like. You're not allowed to like things if I like them. Like that's me doing my
But you're
Tim
a fan
Robinson
of
impression, right?
Pokemon? What? But you're a fan of
I
Pokemon?
like Pokemon when I was a kid. No, I was a kid when I liked it, so it's different. I have an original Charizard, so nobody can say shit to me. That's base set fucking Charizard there. So it's like they can't be like, I liked it from the beginning. All right?
Yeah, that's what all hipsters say.
Yeah.
It's different because I was a
If I show you my Pokemon collection, you will bow to the Pokemon collection of the god. I have an insane amount of Pokemon cards compared to most people, and like I will tell you, you know, as a military member, the same story you always get where it's like, I tried to join the military, but then they said I was too violent, like because like. I'm like, my dick was like too big and stuff. Like, they always got some stupid reason. Like, I couldn't join because like I hurt my leg when I was playing golf or frisbee golf. Like,
see,
they always have some
that
excuse.
shit.
It's the same with Pokemon. I get the same story every time. I'm like, yeah, I got all my cards, and they're like, oh, my mom threw mine away. I'm like. Everybody's mom just fucking threw their cards away.
That's what happened, though,
Yeah,
man.
man. Fucking the devil. They're like, the devil's in these cards. They fucking just whisk them around like Gambit. Fucking Gambit, just throwing cards around the house.
That's what happened to my first Eminem CD.
Yeah,
Got
well, that
thrown
makes
out
sense.
the window.
Oh,
Yeah.
By
Eminem's
dude.
Yeah.
I got a good one for you. This is the tale of two grandmas, right? So, when I was a kid, my brother,
Sounds hot.
we have he's stepbrother, but my dad adopted him. But anyways, so his grandma took him to see The Mask. Okay, Mask is not a bad movie.
No.
Really good movie, right? But the guy has the green face, so his grandma got up and walked him out of that movie theater because she said it was devil worship, right? So my grandmother, who arguably is more religious than his, she took me to see Beavis and Butthead Do America. Okay? She had no idea what she was walking into, and I convinced her to take me to this movie. So we sit down and watch
That's awesome, dude.
through the whole ass movie, and when we get out, she goes, do not tell your parents I took you to see that movie.
You're like, I'm Claudio.
Should I watch it, though?
Oh yeah, the
that's
whole way
awesome.
through. It was fantastic.
You should just be like,
Oh no, that's what I did because I love Butthead, right? So I'd be like, that was cool.
yeah, Grandma.
That movie's great, by the way. Dude. That's a
You
classic.
fucking
love
rule.
that movie.
Grandma, you fucking rule. My grandma, this might be a little bit crazy, but I remember just being at my grandma's house, and we were like, my brother and I would go to the movie store, like Blockbuster or Family Video, and pick out a movie and come back to my grandma's and hang out in her room and watch the movie. And we're like sitting on the floor, and she's sitting in her chair, and like her bed's right there, and we're just laying there watching the movie, and we picked out He Got Game. Which Ray Allen's my favorite basketball player. I have a signed picture up here of him, and He Got Game, and then there's so many scenes where it's like, oh, you like pussy? Hey, we got that pussy for you. And it's like, my grandma's just back there just fucking knitting like, and I'm just sitting there on the floor like half a fucking chub, like, oh my god, Grandma, we're gonna need to leave out of here. I'm about to beat my meat, dude. I gotta beat my meat to the scene of him getting AIDS.
That's the worst when you're watching a movie and like you got kids around, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then a sexy chick comes on and you're like, oh, damn, I feel like I'm in high school again. Like,
Yeah.
put this thing away,
Yeah. I swear from 6 to midnight. Sorry, Grandma. Grandma's like, I'm like, sorry, Grandma. I'm knitting too. Down here with fucking swords.
Sorry, Nana.
Me and my brother are knitting something too.
You and your brother.
There's something down here. There's some substance being put together.
Brother's good with the needle.
Ow, my butt. I'm just kidding. No, we were watching that movie. I still love that movie to this day because that Spike Lee fucking Denzel dude. That movie was so good.
That's a good movie.
And it's like, it gets raunchy as hell. Lots of titties and shit. My grandma was like, man, whatever, you guys. you guys picked it. Don't tell your mom. Like, it was like you guys picked it out. We're like, it's about basketball. We swear. And I was like, no, it's about a convict that gets out of prison and their kid who's already a famous person getting drugs and pussy and stuff. I don't know. It was really good. And then it had Ahsoka Tano in it. So she was a young Ahsoka Tano.
Favorite Star Wars character of all time.
Yeah, yeah. You watching the show?
Oh, hell yeah.
You see the newest episode?
I did.
I don't want to give too many spoilers for people, but everybody knows from just the stuff that's out there that Anakin's back in the newest episode.
I've only seen the first 3.
Okay. Well, it's in the promotional period. I wouldn't say if it wasn't on promo
I feel
material.
like with Ahsoka, the problem that people are going to run into is if they haven't seen Rebels,
Yeah.
they won't have any idea about like the
The world
between
within
worlds and that kind
the
of stuff.
cosmic force and the Purgles and
Right.
But I think the good news is a lot of people have access to YouTube, and there's like 4,000 videos where people are like, watch this before you watch Ahsoka if you want to be up to date on all the stuff from Rebels. And there's another show. What's the other show? There's Rebels and there's another one.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars and Rebels. Between
There's
the two of those.
the young Tales of the Young Jedi, which is really good.
I
if
watched
you wanna-
that, yeah.
Did you see what happened
The Ahsoka
with
one, yeah.
Yaddle and all that?
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Like that. Everybody wondered what happened to Yaddle.
Dooku and Yaddle,
We
yeah.
find out, and that's
Yeah.
cool as shit.
Yeah, there was a lot of really cool. Those were really cool little. I don't like to watch animation. I'm not a huge animation guy. That's why I never got into hentai.
Yeah.
Or did I? I'm just kidding. No, I didn't. I don't like to watch
no
like
tentacle porn.
I don't really like to watch a lot of animation stuff because like it's just to me I can't suspend my belief. I'm like, it's clay. It's fucking clay right there. So it's
Yeah.
like Clay Aiken. You know what I mean? What am I, gay?
Sure you
I'm
call
more of a
animation gay?
I'm more of a Ruben Studdard guy, if you ask me.
I'm aching for some Aiken. Baby.
aching for
You,
some
you are showing your age there, buddy.
I know. I was like, he did all the women like soul songs. I was always like he was like, a house is not a home.
Ruben Studdard? Oh,
Yeah.
you got it, man. He was killer.
I loved Ruben Studdard.
This is
dude.
my sorry for
The Velvet Teddy
Yeah.
Bear. This is my sorry for the love. That's such a funny song too.
I hated that song.
I know, it's horrible, dude.
I hated all that shit.
They just did a concert, I think, together, him and Clay.
Yeah, they go on tour.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you guys. I want to know if your guys' kids do this, because does everybody have teenagers or no?
I got
13,
12-year-olds.
12,
So yeah, pretty
okay,
much.
13. So somewhere around there.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, are your kids asking you about this music, like when you listen to your music, and they're like, that's not right. That's not how that song sounds. And then I'm like, what? And they're like, well, it's sang by this person. And I'm like, no. Fuck no. This is the original. Like,
all the remakes, you mean?
Yeah.
all
the
the remakes. And bro, they think their music is all the shit.
It's original and all.
And all
that.
original, and I'm like, come on, guys.
Yeah, I made that mistake as a kid. I was playing a song in my room, and my mom came in, and it was Boyz II Men, and I was like, yeah, this song, I think they made this song for a friend of theirs that died. It's super important. And she's like, what's it called? I'm like, it's called Yesterday. And she's like, that's a Beatles song. I'm like, no, they made it for their friend. And it was actually, what I meant was, it's so hard to say goodbye to Yesterday, that other one.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was listening to Yesterday thinking it was about that one, and I was actually, so like I got that very young. So nowadays I'm like, no, these kids are fucking stupid. None of you know anything, just like me. Nah, that's
Listen,
funny.
Boyz II Men was getting down music.
Dude, they still. I was like, I'm gonna be doing. I don't know if you guys have heard of, but the Live at the Scrapyard with Scrapalato. He does a show where he brings somebody on and does a playlist with them, and I'm supposed to be doing an episode with him, but they keep forcing him to work every weekend, and because of that, we haven't been able to do it. We've had to cancel it multiple times, so we're gonna do it soon. But I was looking, I was like, I want to get a Boyz II Men song on there, and I'm going through Boyz II Men song. I'm like, I don't know if I can listen to a song this long with
Yeah.
a dude. Like, I don't know if I want to be like,
You're on a
I'll
fucking.
make
Yeah.
love
Kissing on his
to
neck
you
and shit.
like you want me to. Just like fucking, or on bended knee, or like into the road.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna bring the playlist down like this. So I was like, I'm just gonna. I said, you know what? Fuck it. My R&B like black group that I'm gonna do Blackstreet No Diggity. I'm like,
Oh, see, there you go.
and
Yeah.
it keeps the
choice.
party going, still good, feeling vibes, you know.
What happened to getting down to music?
I know.
Like, does anybody do that anymore?
My
R&B's
wife
coming
and
down.
I, we have sex audiobooks now. So
Okay.
the yeah. The Harry Potter, yeah, the Chamber of Secrets is like where we get off to.
She's like, do you want me to open my Chamber of Secrets for you tonight, Harry? You're like, Harry Potter, please come in my
See,
chamber.
that sounds like some shit my wife would be into.
Get into audiobooks.
He's like, I will only do roleplay tonight if I can be Dobby. And she's like, no. He's like, Dobby is some free elf.
Dummy wants some pussy.
That's hilarious. Did you guys play that game? Anybody ever play that game? I know.
No,
Courtney was like loving that. That's the Hogwarts game. What the fuck's it called?
Never really get into it.
I don't know, dude. I just don't. I don't like magic games.
Legacy or something like
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy, because it's like before everything that we all care about happens.
See, I've heard it's a really good game, but honestly, I don't have a whole lot of time to play games.
Yeah.
So
I know you're playing games, bro.
Video games, because I mean they'll take up hours of your life. I mean, I play Assassin's Creed on occasion.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing any games, most of it's board games or D&D or something like that. So
yeah, I don't blame you. You guys do the Star Wars D&D, because a lot of people don't know this. You're actually Matty Kroll's cousin.
My wife is his. So by marriage.
By marriage, cousin by marriage.
Matty Kroll's cousin.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. And you guys do Star Wars Dungeons and Dragon.
We do.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. It's actually really badass. I know, a D&D player saying it's really badass is kind of a weird thing, but
yeah. Absolutely it is. I'm just kidding.
My character is one of the little green dudes.
Yeah.
As tridactyl is really what the term is for it, but I am like a gray Jedi, so I'm not good, I'm not evil, but I do some sketchy shit.
You've been doing?
Oh yeah.
Bendu style.
So I talked in the game. I talked a bunch of stormtroopers into shooting themselves, which was interesting. Made a guy jump out of.
Was one of them named Epstein?
I'm
just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah.
I swear to God, Epstein didn't shoot himself.
The cool thing is in one of our very first rounds that we ever played, there was this blue-haired chick that was like an NPC that I was really trying to get laid by.
Yeah.
So, and she kept turning me down. Well, I finally, 2 years into this thing, talked my wife into playing. So she played for the first time last night, and our DM made her the blue-haired chick. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get laid now. So it was pretty cool.
Did she turn you?
She turned me down.
She turned you down again?
She turned me down. Yeah.
Poor guy.
So, I know. I felt. I mean, I'm 2 years into this campaign, and I still haven't gotten laid.
Two actual full years?
Yes, we have been playing this campaign for 2 years. We play about once a month.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, still though, that's like
Yeah. No, it's a lot, but yeah.
So you don't like Will Ferrell, but you watched the movie The Campaign and you didn't like that. You gotta tell me you like that one. That one's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was
that movie's funny, dude. Yeah. That's one of the funniest movies. That movie doesn't get enough love. It should get way more love.
The Campaign.
When he punches the baby, that's one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. I was dying laughing when he looks at him and he goes, "Welcome to the fucking show." Like that whole movie, the thing with Galifianakis and the kids where it's like back and forth. Like, it actually reminds me, we have a podcast locally that we do stuff with, and this is
ready for fingering anytime.
What's that?
I'm ready for fingering anytime. I'm ready for fingering anytime.
I'm ready for fingering anytime.
I don't know why Brandon would put that out for people to see, but he's ready for fingering anytime. So if anybody wants to finger Brandon,
get him.
Obviously, get out there and get. So if the lady in blue hair keeps saying no, Brandon obviously from the Taking Too Far podcast.
I don't kink shame.
Yeah, I don't kink shame either, dude. He's all about it, dude.
Do your thing. Yeah.
Just make sure you're on time. He doesn't like it if you're early.
So
he was giving him a lot of shit on the podcast.
He doesn't like it if you come late.
Yeah, he's a power bottom, but he's a dom power bottom. He wants you to be like a docile top. So he's like, don't you fucking come, don't you fucking come until I say you can come. That's what he said.
Yeah, all right.
I got this video. I want to get your guys' opinion because I saw a girl on Facebook the other day and she was posting. She's like, if you even dress code my kid, you're clearly thinking of my kid in a sexual way, and you're the pervert. And then I saw this video, and I was like, this seems interesting to me. What do you guys think?
Because I got it. I'm asking you as your mother. leave out the house like that. Because at this point, that's who I'm going to call.
So this girl came to school with all the panties.
Well, somebody going to have to come get you because you cannot be in school like this.
Why can't why?
Because it's inappropriate.
You know?
What's inappropriate?
Everything you have on. No, everything you have on is inappropriate.
What we're all wearing is inappropriate.
Everything you have on is inappropriate.
It's a hot mess.
She's just mad because she is
Top
hot.
and bottom. Top and bottom. You thought you was going to come to school.
I thought I was going to
She's so fucking mad. That teacher is angry.
Oh, look at the guy in the background. He is so fed up with that shit. He wants it to be over
The
with.
lesson is to put clothes
It's
on
like,
in the morning.
I wish the teacher would shut up.
That's your lesson.
Look at her in these panties all day.
Listen, I'm gonna beat off to this later tonight.
And so they're all mad because they like, we need to take our test. Can we take her test, or are they going to argue the whole time about what she's
I
wearing?
came into school with my
Let's see
bag
what she
with
says.
everything ready to learn. I sat down front and center, ready to learn, and then you made a moment.
So this girl is clearly a stripper, right?
Oh yeah,
God, yeah.
stripper or stripper bound.
So this is like community college, right?
Yeah, it definitely feels like it's a college class, but to
It's
me,
community college. That's good.
Yeah, they can't.
Good.
kick out.
So now I don't feel bad about feeling like I'd fuck her.
Oh yeah, definitely fuck yeah, for sure. Smashing.
she might not have passed the class, but she definitely got a lot of fucking numbers that day. You know?
Yeah.
She got a lot of extra credit from either teacher there.
If she just showed up to the right teacher's class, she would have definitely got an A. You know what I mean? Showed up to that lady, she's like wearing a suit. She's like, you don't just come in here. But it's like, to me, it's funny because it like takes that argument to the next level. Like, oh well, why do we have rules at all about nudity then? If the argument is, hey, you know, you can't make any references to this at all, like based on what I'm wearing. If you notice it, you're the weirdo. Then like, why have any rules at all? Like that
So
starts to
this
get
is
weird.
This is a twofold thing.
Yeah.
So, did you get a chance to go overseas when you were in the Navy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Most of my time.
Where all you go?
I was stationed in Naples, Italy.
Okay.
Yeah, most.
So
of my time.
you can speak to this. Now, I never went to Europe, but I'm assuming it's the same as Asia.
Yeah.
That.
No, it's actually a different part of the world. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
But I feel like in the United States, one, we kind of do over sexualize things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
For sure. You know, because if you go to a topless beach overseas, it's nothing.
Yeah.
You know, there's not guys walking around with hard-ons. But you go to a topless beach down in Miami, and there's definitely a bunch of dudes there with hard-ons.
Oh yeah.
Sir,
they're
this
all
is America.
73
We
years
like to
old.
fuck.
So ultimately, you know, is it inappropriate for school? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think as a whole, we over-sexualize things in the United States, but
She's more than just a hole. Don't call her just a hole. I'm just kidding.
well,
As a
she's
whole,
just a
she's
whole
your
to me,
whole
okay?
We do. I think you're absolutely right. We're oversensitive to over sexualization. So we're like that. We have that over Protestantism. Like we're like, oh my god. We're like all Hester Prynne.
Yeah.
We all think that's the Scarlet Letter. Like, oh my god, I can't talk about sex. And then we start to do it, and then somebody plays boom, 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 boom. We're all like Pornhub. Like we know we beat
We
our
all
meat.
fucking know what it is,
we
yeah.
all have this pillow at home. We've all seen this pillow. We all have this pillow at home right now. We're all laying with this. I saw this as well, and a lot of right wing people were upset online. And I was like, why were they upset? And then I read the bottom: weighted plush toy, stuffed animal toy, weighted stuffed animal long body pillow for sleeping, cuddly, and soft cartoon pillow. Ideal gift for kid or adult. I don't know if you need to get a kid a dick. I don't think a kid
Looks
needs
like
a
an
dick
alien
body
to me.
pillow. I know, but it's definitely a dick cut body pillow. We know that it's a dick. Come on, it's even flushing, bruh.
So
alien.
this is how I know I have a messed up mind. When I was in Tennessee, I went to Dick's Last Resort. Have you guys
Yes.
ever been
Yeah,
to Dick's
yeah.
Last Resort? Absolutely fantastic place, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at this huge table, and there's people that we don't know at this big long table, and he puts this hat on this girl's head, and it says, "I was filmed last night on a black leather couch." Nobody at the table but me got
the
it.
reference.
And I died laughing.
Oh, yeah.
So the whole rest of the time, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm just a shitty fucking person.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah,
only
that's
person
cool.
here that understands. You know,
They'll watch that porn. Yeah.
sometimes you're trying to beat off and you're trying to watch a job interview at the same time. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just need to do a little job interview. Now, I've actually, at one point, Brian posted a photo of himself, and I photoshopped him in front of it and was like, Brian's got a job interview today, everybody, you know, wish him good luck, and he's in front of the couch.
Put me on the couch. That's gold.
It pops up on my phone every once in a while and makes me laugh. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's like, hopefully he gets the job, and then he's like, yeah, I got the job, man. I was really pumped afterwards. I
Ah,
was really pumped afterwards.
you're so punny, man.
I know, I gotta do it. I'm dad. Dad jokes in the house. So we talked a little bit about Shane Gillis and Mark Norman, and I know we've got Harvest Fest coming out. You guys have got to come check it out. We're all going to be there doing comedy. You're going to see Brian Allen West. You're going to see Sean D. You're going to see Cool Cock Tim. You're going to see Jordan Grainger here, and then you're going to see Hypocrisy Jones. He's going to come out and do his debut as well. We're going to have so much fun. There's going to be music. There's going to be foods. There's going to be vendors. Honestly, it's free and you can camp, and I don't know how I can sell it to you any more than we're all going to be there and it's going to be free. So come on out. This is part 2 of a 3-part podcast series that we're doing on it. I definitely am so excited to share the stage with you guys. It's going to be a blast. I can't wait to talk about all the horrible things that have been going on in my life the last year and a half. I've got some all new material other than the full thing. That's all old. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just doing Brian's entire last act. Doing
my last set.
Doing his last set completely myself. But anyway, it's been a great podcast. I've enjoyed having you guys. I'm Jordan Grainger with Kokomo Press, and over here in the green chair we have
Sean D. Sean D is funny on all social media.
Check him out. And in the black chair we have
Don Shee. That's
Don
my
Shee.
name.
Don
I'm
Shee.
Sean D. I'm flipped around.
Oh, Don Shee. Okay.
I'm Brian West.
Brian West, baby. And in the red chair we have
Cool Cock Tim.
I'm Jordan Grainger. Check us out. Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. Hey, you just listened to the Kokomo Press Podcast. We thank you for tuning in. We hope you had a great time. If you did, go ahead and like us, subscribe to us, hit that notification bell, do all the things to help us get seen. Go find us over on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. Like us, follow us there. And if you want to really, really help us out, we now have a new thing called Facebook subscriptions. It's only $4.99 a month, and it helps us build out even more than what we have already. Helps us get more equipment, helps us put money into shows, because we give you comedy shows. We give you guys skits. We give you guys podcasts. We give you guys jokes. And if you want to be a part of a group of people that actually get to talk to us and tell us your input first and get to directly speak to us, and maybe even, help us write some of these jokes, you can be a part of the group. Join that subscriber base. It's only $4.99 a month, and it's not a lot, but it helps us out tremendously. And it's going to give you an opportunity to maybe win some merch here and there. We're going to do a lot of fun things with our subscribers. So please check us out everywhere you can. And if you want to, subscribe to our page. Thanks for listening to this podcast. We love you. Thank you. 2 kisses.